Yeah, that was quite a morning when Daniel and his son and his wife played Family Feud.
Very depressing.
Yeah.
No, that even for me, that got a little cringing. That was like, oof.
Next call for Randall Swisher of the American Wind Energy Association, Oakwood, Georgia. You're on the air.
This is Daniel Carver.
Go ahead.
We're being flooded with filthy, stinking Mexicans. They're going to be a lot worse than the niggers.
We will move on to Round Lake, Illinois. Go ahead, please.
Douche 100.
Wait a minute. Now, Danny from Brooklyn wants to talk to Vinny Testaroni. Danny and Vinny, you're on.
Danny, this is Daniel Carver.
Hey, Danny, how are you, my friend?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good there. You out in Brooklyn?
No, I'm in Georgia.
Georgia, that's a hell of a way from Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's a long way from Brooklyn.
How are you, my friend? You out there trucking?
Trucking? No, I'm putting on roofing.
Roofing's good, too.
Huh?
What is this?
That's great radio.
Yeah.
Douche.
Right. That's Douche Radio, wait.
It's the douche.
All right, let's say hi to Terry in Baltimore. You're on the Frank DeCaro Show featuring the lovely Doria Biddle.
Wake up, white people. Ain't nothing lower than a filthy faggot. I wish every one of you die with AIDS, a slow death. You're sorry, no good for nothing.
Hang up on this guy, Jan. What a sweet charmer. Well, once he starts with the AIDS stuff, that's just, do you know what kind of bad karma you're bringing down on yourself, Terry in Baltimore? My God.
Well, that probably wasn't Terry in Baltimore.
You think there's some bad karma there?
Yeah.
I guess so.
It's time for a douche.
No one in Baltimore would talk like that.
Terry, if that is your real name.
Oh.
Yeah, oh my God, that is just a major bad karma. But my God.
God, you're bothering me. Yeah.
For your own good, Terry in Baltimore, don't say things like, don't even think things like that. My God.
Does she really sound upset? She's in her radio voice. I can't believe how upset I am.
Hang up on this person.
I just don't believe it.
Douche 100.
Coming up at Douche 100.
If there is such thing as karma, Daniel's in big trouble.
Oh, he might as well not die.
Yeah.
See, let me help my friend out here. Marshall Fine, I see, is on the phone. Marshall's
What's Marshall up to?
He's a movie, TV critic. He works for Star Magazine. Are you still working for Star?
I'm still working for Star. I've been there for a year now, Howard.
No, he reviews movies and stuff. It's a cool job. I mean, all he's got to do is watch movies and give his opinion.
Isn't that a great job?
Yeah, but I mean, you got to write it intelligently. That's the
problem.
That's the reason I'm not a movie reviewer.
Well, you have to be able to write.
And the other thing is, you see a lot of movies, but you don't see very many good ones.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, what are you promoting, though? Let me see. Marshall's promoting a film series he'll be hosting in Tarrytown, New York, at the beginning of October called Hidden Treasures and Guilty Pleasures. What the hell is that?
It's a film series I'm co-hosting with Joe Queenan, who's also a writer. We're picking obscure films that we like, that we think are great films that nobody knows about.
Give me a name of a
name.
Joe wants to show the movie Scarecrow. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
Al Pacino and Gene Hackman from about 1973.
Don't know that one.
But we can't find a print of it. They don't have any prints left of it. We may be forced to screen a DVD or something. But I'm showing a movie called Rancho Deluxe with Jeff Bridges and Sam Waterston. We're not going to announce the titles. It's mostly you got to trust our taste that we've been around a while and have some movie titles squirreled away that nobody's heard of that we love and that we hope to show to the public. We're going to get up afterwards and talk about it.
40-Year-Old Virgin. I haven't seen that.
Oh, please.
That's a funny movie.
Is that any good?
That's a funny movie. It's about 20 minutes too long, but it's a funny movie.
Yeah, I know. I saw it, and by the end you're going, can this guy just get laid already or what?
Right.
I got to get out of
With
here.
some genuine laughs, right?
Yeah, he's laughs in it, definitely.
Sometimes these movies they make, I don't even, like this movie, I was going to ask Marshall about this. I heard about this from Will. There's this movie coming out called Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, yeah, I saw a trailer for it. It looks hilarious.
But it's not a comedy, right?
No, but it looks hilarious.
Could you sit through something like that?
Howard, you have to see the trailer. Robin, it's about two cowboys, like real rugged cowboys who are gay for each other.
Oh, really?
And they have a relationship, and it's... There's two young actors who are hot now. I forget their
funny.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal
and Heath Ledger.
And Heath Ledger, right? Okay, so they look like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Right.
Picture if Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid
were gay for each other.
Right. You see the trailer.
That's funny.
The riding horses. Then out of nowhere, but it's real dramatic. It's not trying to be funny.
Oh, it'll be funny.
Out of nowhere, they just hug and start kissing each other on the neck.
So what happens? Someone told me they go off and they marry women, but then once a year they come back on the range and do each other.
All I saw was the trailer.
Yeah.
And all I saw was the trailer. So, like, at the beginning of the trailer, they're rugged cowboys, but you can see, like, oh, God, this is great. And they're out at night, and they curl up to each other. And they
you're going to be able to watch that?
I couldn't watch the trailer. So they start making out a little bit.
Hey, wait a second. Hey, Marshall, you've seen this?
I saw this movie up at the Toronto Film Festival this week.
But then you see...
How bad is it?
You know, I think it's one of the best movies of the year. I have to say.
You know, a critic would say that.
Now, let me put it in a different context for you, Artie. Think about all the movies you've seen about a guy who's like on the road and he meets a woman and they have a passionate night and then they have to go back to their normal lives, but they still want each other, and over the years they kind of see each other from time to time and how sad it is when they have to part. Now, put in the whole thing about how, I mean, these are gay guys in 1960 Wyoming, and how tough that is. You know, it's like, it's less about being gay than about the fact that you got this passion that you can't talk about.
Listen, as bad as Dirty Work was, me and Norm never kissed.
You know what's weird? I came across this movie script that I thought was really, really good one time. And it was about this guy, a professional athlete who's gay, but he's like he gets outed, you know.
Right.
And I called up Betty Thomas, the director. I said, "Let's do this film together," because it was really good. And she was kind of saying to me, "It's hard to get any good young actor to play gay dudes,
right?
Because it actually can screw up their career."
It is very brave of these two guys, because these are two hot sort of actors with good careers.
Well, I think that's what you have to be. You can't be a no-name actor and do this because nobody will pick you up again.
And you'll notice that Heath Ledger is walking around with his pregnant girlfriend, Michelle Williams.
Right.
Yeah, but the best line in the trailer, it's one of these real dramatic moments. Like, you see they go get married, they get wives, they get back for a rendezvous with each other to, bang, I guess.
Yeah.
And then at the end...
Do they show them doing stuff?
No, not in the trailer. You know, they kiss on the neck and stuff. But the one guy, as he's riding off on his horse, says something like...
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Says something, the guy, as he's riding off on his horse, says something like, "God, I wish I could quit you."
What year does it take place?
It starts in 1963 and it goes through to the mid-70s.
Yeah, homosexuality was really accepted in 1960 Wyoming.
Yeah.
It was like
They still have a problem.
Sounds pretty wild. Directed by Ang Lee.
Who did the Hulk?
Yeah, I like the Hulk.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's a great director when it comes to making movies about emotions that you can't talk about, but the actors get to go to town with it. Heath Ledger, I'm betting you, Heath Ledger gets an Oscar nomination.
That good, huh?
You got to play a gay guy or a retard.
Wouldn't it have been better, though, to get, like, Burt Reynolds and,
Clint Eastwood,
like two guys who are really uncomfortable with sexuality.
How about James Caan and Jack Nicholson?
Jimmy Caan and Jack Nicholson.
Oh, man.
Vincent Pastore and Artie Lang.
Now there's a couple.
They should make that movie every year with different people.
I watch that.
You know what I'll do? I'll shoot that same movie with you and Vincent Pastore, and I'll put it on the Howard Stern channel on demand.
As long as there's no kiss. This horrible movie I did called Boat Trip, me and Will Ferrell play gay lovers.
Yeah.
And at the end of the scene, I'm supposed to kiss Will on the lips. And Will is an actor. He's willing to do anything. I said to the director, "Listen, I got Italian uncles.
Right.
They'll never talk to me again.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not kissing Will Ferrell on the lips."
Right.
So at the end of the scene, he just told Will, "Just try to kiss him." So we're supposed to be in love, and the whole scene,
you're puking.
The whole scene is me just like with a crowbar pushing him away, like trying to, and he just
some acting.
I let him kiss me on the cheek at the end.
What a love scene!
Fighting his lover on.
Right.
So these two are full on macking out on this thing?
It looks like the trailer.
I gotta go see
the
that.
trailer is like they're hugging in the wild in Wyoming.
Dude, I once went to. When I was a student at Boston University, I went to the Erotic Film Festival, okay? And I'm at the Erotic Film Festival, and it's, they didn't have porno back then, really,
Right.
They didn't have, so this was great for me. was one just porno flick after another. All of a sudden, some guy's walking along in Central Park. It was different short films. Next thing I know, he's picking up a sailor. And they go back to his room, and they're doing each other.
I mean, that's not fair. I have no problem with it, but let me know it first.
And that's bait and switch.
And the audience was all artsy and stuff, so they were trying to, like, be accepting of it. And, you know, I mean, so was it. But, man, it was really friggin' weird.
You know what? It's funny, because when Boys in the Band came out, I took a bunch of my friends with me to see it. And there were a couple of guys who, I mean, and they didn't do anything in the Boys in the Band, but talk about being gay.
Yeah.
And one guy ran out of the theater and threw up on the
I wish I could tell it. I wish I could tell this story.
That's a real man.
I'll try to tell this story quick for you, Howard, because I don't want to waste your time.
Because I got a great Eric the Midget call.
But when I first started doing comedy, CBGB had a gallery next to it that did comedy, but in between the stand-up, they'd have these real dramatic scenes. So I invited my buddy Danny McGrath, who's this Irish cop, just as obnoxious, you know, fun guy. He doesn't know anything about arts or anything. I invited him to see me do stand-up.
Yeah.
Right before I have to do stand-up, he's sitting in the back with his two buddies. This incredible dramatic scene between two women who are lesbians. And one of the lesbians has cancer, and she's dying. And the one lesbian says, you know, I'm afraid I'm going to die, and I just want to have you one more time. Can you please just take your shirt off? So they take each other's shirt off, and like it's a weepy moment. And as their shirts come off, my buddy Danny in the back goes, decent.
What did he say? Decent?
He just goes, decent.
Is that Big Yabos?
Yeah. They look, they're right, but everybody's crying. And you see this guy go, you see him go, decent. And I'm like,
he's a real man.
He's a real man.
He's getting caught up in his crap.
But the one girl says, I'm dying of cancer.
That's the best.
I just want to see you one more time have sex. They take their shirts off, and you just hear this Irish cop go, decent.
Hey, Marshall, see why we can't be movie critics?
That's right. You get caught up in the details.
Why don't we do movie criticism, but, you know, basically do it for real men?
The movies I've done...
We'll call the column Mantown.
Yeah.
No girls allowed, and we'll review movies for real men.
Well, the relationship I have with movie critics is like the relationship the Palestinians have with the Jews. I mean, in Dirty Work, this one guy said about my performance, he goes, Artie Lang has all the charm of a date rapist. And Norm, my mother read it and was horrified. So Norm, the great
line.
The great Norm Macdonald.
Well reviewed.
The great Norm Macdonald goes like this. He's trying to console my mother because she was out in L.A. at the premiere and stuff, and he goes, "Hey, Mrs. Lang, that's effing great." He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "A date rapist has to have way more charm than a regular rapist." A date rapist has to get a date.
Wow. As opposed to the guy who breaks into your house and kills your family.
That was Norm's way of consoling my mom.
I wish I'd seen that.
Artie Lang has all the charm of a date rapist. And then the other guy goes, this was there's 4 paragraphs where the guy doesn't mention me, and then when he gets to me...
I got back to you.
When he gets to me, the 2 first adjectives are, and then I get to the beefy, unfunny Lang.
Beefy, unfunny.
Are there 2 more unattractive words to put in front of a comedian? the beefy, unfunny Lang.
You are just amazing, because look at how creative they get with you.
I know.
They have fun with you.
I inspire them.
Marshall, you got to write a review of Artie's film.
Hey, I've seen Artie's DVD. I thought it was really funny. I gave it to my son for Christmas. He loved it.
Good stuff.
Thanks. That's stand-up. My acting is...
What's this story about that you think you have to wait till we get to satellite to tell?
Dude, it's another one of the worst days of my life.
Really? When did this a recent happening?
You want me to tell it now with Marshall on the phone?
Yeah, Marshall likes it. Marshall, you review his story.
I will.
All right.
What happened?
All right. So, over the vacation, me and Dana go to Cape Cod for a few days. We get back, Dana has to start preparing for school. So I got a few days to myself. I do nothing but watch baseball. Inside. I barely shower.
How many days do you do this?
This is maybe 4 days straight.
You just sit in front of the TV, watch baseball games.
Baseball games, whatever I can get, like pre-football reports, whatever.
Is this around the clock?
It's like heroin to me. I got to say, Sports Center and sports, there's shows.
And no drinking during
No drinking.
Okay.
No, Pardon the Interruption is a show that I love on ESPN. I'm watching all that. But while I'm doing it, because Dana's not around, all I'm ordering are pizza with extra cheese. And I tell the guy, the guy at Uptown Pizza in Hoboken, he knows me. I go, dude, I want extra. I just slathered mozzarella on the.
Man, you know how to have fun. And you're not that fat for a guy who eats that much pizza.
Well, listen, so and then for dessert, I go out and get those bulky Nestle's Crunches, the one that look like gold bullion bars,
Yeah, the big thick ones.
Yeah, the big.
So your whole diet is cheese and bread and sauce and chocolate.
Well, I'm watching TV for 4 days.
The health food diet.
Exactly. So now the first day we get back to work, the day after Labor Day, very stressful, big day for me because I got to do the show and then I had to do Conan.
Right.
And in between, I got to do that real awkward pre-interview,
Right.
And also, my cleaning lady's there and there's painting being done in my apartment. I come home after the show. I figure I'm getting my stuff together for the pre-interview. I got to call the guy, get some material together, stories.
Right.
And I say...
Because Conan wants to make sure you're funny.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
F him. Let him do a pre-interview with me. Yeah.
I say to myself, I got to go. I got to go number 2 after, I've been binded the whole time.
What do you mean?
You didn't go the 4 days you were eating?
I was so binded, I guess, from the cheese and stuff. It was crazy. So I go in the bathroom. All this activity's going on outside me, and I can't go. I cannot go. To the point where I'm sweating. My face is red. I'm afraid I'm going to have a heart attack and die. My eyes were tearing.
You would think all the grease in the pizza would grease your system.
But I guess it was the cheese and the chocolate and the Nestle's Crunch and peanut M&Ms and all that. It was all just binded in me.
Right.
Now I'm sitting on the bowl.
You just had the urge to go?
Because I was so uncomfortable. I had to do something.
Right.
I had to go.
You were completely backed up.
Completely backed up. And I said, I can't go do a talk show right now. I can't.
And what if you have to move your bowels during the talk show?
Right. And I can't think of anything else but going to the bathroom.
Right.
So after a half an hour on the bowl, I'm like, I can't do this.
Do you have hemorrhoids from this?
No, actually I don't. I'm lucky.
You're lucky.
I pull up my pants, I leave, I say hi to the painters and everything, and my cleaning lady, I leave, I go down to the pharmacy, and I get a Fleet Enema.
Wow. No kidding. You know how to use that?
I didn't know what to do.
What do you do with that?
Okay, well, I read the instructions.
What does it say?
It says get a towel, lay it on your bed, lay down on your side naked.
On your left side.
On your left side, take the enema.
Why your left side?
And then
because that's the way the colon slants.
Right.
Wow. Good answer.
This is wild. Literally, I shut the door, but 2 feet from this happening, a guy is painting my apartment.
Right. Did he see you?
No, I shut the door.
Right.
I turned the TV on as loud as I could.
Right.
So I get naked, I put a towel down on my bed, and I lay on my left side, and I take the Fleet Enema, and you got to, you got to put it
where the sun don't shine.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So I'm trying to find, where, I'm like, is that it? Is that not it?
You're trying to find sunset.
I'm like, do I have it? Am I there? Am I, And it says.
How far does the bottle have to be inserted?
It's like about a 2-inch thing.
A nozzle about.
I lay back down. I wait on the towel while I hear the painters going, yeah. Did you see the Yankee game?
How long does it take?
All right, so I wait. I get back to the bowl. I still can't effing go.
Yeah. Because it's too hot. It's too much pressure.
Right. Now it's 3:30. The car to get me for Conan, they're sending a car for it, is coming at 4:30. So now I'm seriously considering canceling Conan.
Really?
Because Howard, I was
like... now you're full of Fleet Enema.
No!
And I'm saying to myself, this is how people die. Eventually you can't just go and you leap off a balcony.
Right. And you're really uncomfortable.
I mean, Howard, it was discomfort to the point of, it was starting to affect me mentally. I was going crazy. I have to go to the bathroom. I gotta go.
You can't cancel Conan, though, because he'll be pissed.
Well, I mean, 2 hours before, it would have been, deadly.
So what happened?
So I can't go, so I say to I look on the box, it says, if it's absolutely necessary, do it twice. So I go back to the bedroom. Now, my Mexican maid is knocking on the door like, Artie, need to get in the bathroom. I have to, I got to go. And I'm
you got too many people around.
I'm like, hang on a minute. I lay back down. I turn back, lay a little bit, and then it hit me like, forget it.
Oh.
Forget it.
Now you're uncomfortable the other way.
Now it's the direct opposite. I don't make it to the bathroom.
Yikes!
What? I really...
Wow, that thing really does work.
Oh, man.
You couldn't even make it to the bathroom? How far is your bathroom from your bedroom?
It's about, about 5 feet or whatever.
Wow.
I couldn't make it, but I laid there a little too long. I got up.
Why would you just catch it with your hands, maybe?
I thought about it, so now I'm like, oh, my God.
Artie, that's disgusting.
So I just like Hansel and Gretel with enemas. I left the trail.
Follow the trail.
I left the trail.
Did you clean it up?
I got to the toilet, finished completely, but you don't understand. I didn't even care that I messed the floor. I was so relieved.
Was it a tremendous amount?
I was like... Oh, my God. It was like...
Crazy.
Right. So I got to the...
Like a horse.
I got to the bowl, and I still had a lot more to go.
Right. Does your maid go into the room now?
Again, all these people are a foot from me because the door is just covering us, and the guy's painting. I'm thinking, what if they smell it and everything like that,
Right.
So, now, go through sterilization.
I like all this is because you had to lay around for 4 days with cheese and chocolate.
Before I do that, though, I flushed the bowl, but what came out of me was so...
Vile.
Yeah, big or whatever, hard.
Nothing.
So now, the toilet clogs. And I'm saying, this is the worst day of my existence. It's worse than the pig cocaine day. I can't even...
Do you keep a plunger near your toilet?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
But
I always clog up
not
the bowl.
near my toilet. The plunger is out by the painters.
Oh, no.
So now I
See, I would have showered and done everything.
I put my shorts on real quick, but I can't do anything with the toilet clog. I run out.
Sure you can. You let it decompose.
I run out.
Yeah.
I hate to do this. I got to tell you that. Right. You know, we go into delay and there's different levels.
Oh.
We're at the end. There's no delay left.
Oh, you're kidding?
We're like literally we're like live. Like
this is what I was afraid of.
The next thing Artie says will send us to music.
Okay, listen. I'm going to satellite for this very reason. This story is completely innocent.
See, now we can't even hear the end of the story.
And no one else will either.
But this is my point.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You did nothing wrong.
No, it's not your fault, Artie. That was not a bad story.
My point is, that story you told, like, on the level of a 2-year-old.
I was trying to be so careful.
No, but every 2-year-old goes potty.
Right.
This is nothing
Every
that will
human
corrupt.
being on Earth goes, and it's not wrong.
This will not corrupt the minds of young children.
It's such a funny story, too. It's like,
You know what, dude? Here's Tom to tell me what's wrong. I don't see anything wrong with this story, dude.
It's a really funny story, but one of the things that really drives me crazy is bathroom stuff about going to the bathroom.
Tom, when is radio going to take a stand? The guy's talking about making a poo-poo.
Howard,
Tom, this is childish.
No, this is not a new standard.
This story you're saying? Did he do anything that was I don't know. Was what?
A patently offensive description of an extraordinary function.
I'm saying it isn't.
A medical problem.
He took an enema?
Respectfully, I got to disagree.
Tom, let me ask you.
Well, respectfully, I'm leaving here.
I know
and respectfully, I'm going where I can talk.
Tom, I'm not trying to bust your chops, but when I told the pig story with the coke and everything and going in the bed, did that whole thing make the air?
I don't think all of it.
Really?
Probably not all of it.
Because I thought it did.
But I remember. I honestly.
Can't you guys fire me? I'm ready to go. I don't want to leave. Please. And I'm not even doing anything to do anything wrong.
And I honestly, I think Artie was telling the story in the hall, and I think Dave said,
Who's Dave?
No.
Dave Letterman?
No.
Dave is in the hall telling my guys what to do?
No, Howard. Tom,
I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Tom, you got misinformation. In all fairness to Dave, he did not say that. No.
Okay.
I was telling it in the hall way more graphically.
Okay.
And then Jason said to me, you should try to tell it on the air because maybe I could clean it up. And
I said to him, tell it on the air.
Yeah, I asked Howard first.
He didn't say anything. Marshall, you're a movie critic. You're a television critic. Was there anything in there that was that was R-rated?
Well, put it this way. They're talking about protecting the kids. Who likes poop jokes more than kids?
Well, yeah. I mean, man.
No, there was nothing there. There was nothing there.
I'm confused.
Grover farts on Sesame Street nowadays. They laugh about it.
I love that I got to leave my radio station and go to satellite because of this.
You can't tell that story. You definitely are out of here.
You're going to change the world on satellite, Howard.
Join the revolution, my friend.
Oh, I'm waiting. I can't wait.
Sorry it's 50 cents a day, but big deal.
Anyway, you'll be able to air this. I got the plunger, fixed the problem, and made it to Conan this time.
Nobody even knows what you're talking about.
That's right. But the whole funnier part was how I had to get the plunger.
Listen, save the story for when we go over there. 3 months.
Because, I mean, you're talking Greek to these people now.
All right.
Okay. I know. You got a tough job, but
I'm really, really sorry.
All right.
I mean, I hate.
It's okay. I'm ready. Every time that happens, it makes me feel stronger about what my future is.
I know it does.
Yeah. And no one can come up to me and say, "Well, gee, we're going to pay for radio." Pay for radio. I mean,
you can't hear the Artie story.
I don't want to get into it. Marshall.
Howard.
So, good luck with your event promoting this film.
What is the event again?
Okay.
Sorry, Marshall, no one heard you.
Who's Marshall?
Marshall Fine is a friend of mine. He's promoting a film series that is called Hidden Treasures and Guilty Pleasures. It's a film series where they take films that are really good but never get to be seen at the Tarrytown Music Hall, October 11th in Tarrytown, New York. And
I
for
would love to attend that.
Yeah, tarrytownmusichall.org or call 914-631-3390. Okay, Marshall, thanks.
Thank you, Howard.
Hey, Marshall.
Oh, yes, Artie.
Next year, I got a movie coming out called Beer League. You do me right, and Yankee tickets are in it for you.
That's it. Bribe the guy.
How's that sound?
Thank you.
I'm available.
Thank you.
All right, Artie.
Guess we almost went to DEFCON 4 with that story.
Yeah. Howard, honestly, I'm going back over what I said, and I can't think of one.
Dude, I would stop you if I thought you were over the line.
Yeah.
There was nothing in that people shouldn't be able to.
It's a poopy story. It's not like you were talking about doing something to a chick with excrement or something.
I was sort of surprised when Tom came in. I mean, I knew that.
I had no clue.
Yeah, I was sort of surprised, but he said when you actually talk about the physical act of going to the bathroom.
Tide, you're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey.
One of the best stories I've heard in a long time, and they chopped it up so bad, man. What a shame.
What did you actually hear?
Yeah, that's the problem. The comedy gets cut out.
Tell us what you heard.
Well, you hear everything good up until it's the funny part, and then I don't know. I mean, after like 30 seconds, it got so bad. It was horrible.
He probably hears us laughing, and he doesn't know what we're laughing about.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, then it sounds like the morning zoo.
Yeah.
You're trying to laugh along, and you lose half the story in between. It's a shame.
It's really time for me to leave. It's just time. I was doing my photo shoot yesterday from the new place we're going to. I'm over there. I got a whole goddamn channel I'm going to be putting on.
And it's going to be great when you do get over there. But.
And no interruptions of any kind.
No.
It's not.
There'll be some commercials though.
No button, no time.
No button, none of that. None of that.
It's not even a cursing or anything. It's just a good story, and they just blew it. Horrible, man. What a shame. That's a shame.
That's the government. That's what the government can do.
I got a letter from a soldier that says, "I'd like to take a moment to let you and your crew know that the show gives us all a moment to laugh and relax." This guy serves in Iraq. It's not often that we get to kick back and do that. But when we do, it's great to know that from the land of the free and the home of the brave, we can still listen to stories of farters, Gary's jokes, chicks that get naked, and things that happen just to make us laugh. Screw the FCC and everyone else. This guy's a captain, by the way, and he won't allow me to give his name for obvious reasons because we get kicked out of the military for saying he supports us. But he says, it kills me that they're trying to kill freedom of speech and your sense of humor because somewhere, buried on the list of reasons of why we're here, is the protection of those rights. And if I fall in the process, well, God bless you in the United States. Like this guy's going to give his life for those freedoms. And
we're trying to hold on to them. We're barely able to exercise them.